Hey everyone, and welcome to another video with Model Tanks of Spartan 086. I'm getting used to saying that now. And today we're doing Forces of Valor's King Tiger with, drumroll, early production / Porsche turret. So if you watched the previous videos I did on the King Tiger, you'll know what I'm talking about. There is a problem with how we say this, and all my information leading to this is how much people actually hate it being called the Porsche turret. Especially since the turrets were all built by Krupp. Okay. The reason why, the history to why it's called the Porsche turret was when the contract went out for the Tiger 2 under the VK4501 and 02, Henschel and Ferdinand Porsche decided to build theirs. Ferdinand Porsche, being like a mad scientist, decided to go with this crazy idea like he did with the Elephant. Obviously the turbines and the diesel electric drive. Again, Henschel thought more, well, what did we do with the Tiger 1? Let's look at it and try to figure something out. It's got to be bigger. And they tried to work with an idea that eventually they won. I'm going to do a story, obviously, about what Ferdinand Porsche tried to do and the craziness of it, and I'll do that in another video, but we'll stay in this one. So with that, he designed these two turrets and gave the blueprints to Krupp. Krupp then built them based on these blueprints, and what we have here is obviously is the idea from that. Forces Valor have done that. So that's why they're called the Porsche turret. Hope that lays a bit of rest to it. So, even though they're built by Krupp. But for this, we'll just call it the early production turret. So, Forces Valor did two versions of the Tiger 2 with the early production turret. Both are based on Normandy, since after that they pretty much never were seen again. And the first 50 turrets had already been built, were immediately set on the Tiger 2s, and everybody that knows history knows that they had a massive fault which sat here at the front. Physics tells us something will always take the path of least resistance, so when the shell came in, it would hit here and it would get deflected down into the weaker armour and index for the crew. And that's why they stopped producing them. I still think it's very funky. I think it's very cool looking. Anybody that loves tanks, if you're in the UK or even in Europe, if you ever get the chance to go to the Bovey Tank Museum, you will see one of the Tiger 2s there. It's on loan from the Imperial War Museum. Yeah, it's the Imperial War Museum. They've got a Tiger 2 on show there that's got the early production turret. So overall, Forces, we'll get back to actually the models since that's what the video is about. Forces of Valor did two. We have 332 and Sierra 11. So obviously Sierra 11 doesn't actually have the S on it, but that's what it was designated as, Sierra 11. Both were based in Normandy, and they did, depending on how you want to look at it, a pretty good job. The Forces of Valor basis for the King Tigers was, at the front, was the Zimmerit paste running along. Obviously it's been knocked off possibly due to the elements or due to enemy action, which is running about here and here. And I'll bring the 1-1 forward and you can have a look, so you can see that obviously the Zimmerit missing there and there. What I find really cool is when they've done the turret, they've done the Zimmerit paste the front, the sides and the rear of the turret. And I'll bring it round so you can see without the barrel hitting it. And obviously you can see at the rear door here, you've got the Zimmerit paste running right over it. So I think they did a fairly good job with that. I think overall this is my favourite King Tiger 332. The paint scheme is brilliant. This is a game with the early versions that Unimax did when they actually really cared about their customers. They put a lot of effort into the paint job. So they did a fantastic kind of 3-tone colour, or sorry, actually I think it's more a 4-tone colour. So you've got brown, green, cream, and a type of black added in. And then they've done a heavy coat of weathering over the vehicle. And as I've said in a previous video, most tanks tended to be different. None of them were the same. From a distance you would probably go, oh, they're the same paint scheme, but when you got up close you would see a lot of differences in how the painters had actually done them, and I thought that was very unique. I have two Eastern Front Tiger 1s, same vehicle, obviously the one with the log on the right side of the vehicle. Looked like the same paint scheme. When I combined them, you did see the differences. When I did the video on the Yak Panther Unimax, it's 331 Normandy, it basically looks the same, but when you get it up close, you do see some small, some large differences in how the paint scheme was done and worked, and I thought that was great how they did that. This is actually a good video to show you the differences in the two styles at the beginning and at the end. So you see on the left, you'll see the beginning. This is one of the first King Tigers that Forces of Valor did. The amazing paint job that they did over it, how great it looks, and then this. You just see that they did the paint job, looks good, blah blah blah, no weathering, and it's basically the same. I'm sure if I bought another Sierra 1.1, you would basically see almost the exact same paint job done on it. Might be a tiny wee bit of different bits here, or they've gone the same way, but it's a wee bit thinner. Whereas in the other ones, they've gone all over the place different ways and thinned it down, larged it up, thickened it at areas where another one might be it's blank. So I thought that was good to see that. To me, this just looks like a machine that's just done its bit, passed it on down the line, which is a bit of a shame. So I thought I would get this up here. The last Tiger video I did, it was the entire collection that I have of Tiger 2s. So a lot of information was tried to crammed in and probably missed, and I thought a lot of people probably thought, you know, I don't want to watch that. So I thought I'd do an individual one on the early production turret, and here we go. I hope you guys like it. Please like and subscribe, and as I said in the previous video, hopefully soon we will get that video up of Forces of Valor's early production Tiger 1, which I'm very excited about. And the future does look very good for obviously the new lines that Forces of Valor are bringing out. We are looking at obviously the new lines of Shermans, from just the regular Sherman HVSS up to obviously the older versions, and we've got the Jumbo that's coming in as well, which looks great. And these are ones that I'm really looking forward to. We'll have a new Ferdinand Elephant 132, which is going to be based on the Kursk design. And if anybody's been to the Bovington Tank Museum, it's going to have this almost the exact same paint scheme that the Elephant from Aberdeen training grounds had. Obviously, if anybody from America know what I'm talking about, you'll see the Elephant that was on the Aberdeen proving grounds, training grounds up there. That's the same paint scheme that Forces of Valor are going to put on it. So very excited about that. I know Forces of Valor have small offices in a number of countries. They have one in the UK, they have one in Europe, I think they have one in Russia, and I think there's one in America. So they do send agents out to have a look at obviously the vehicles that are sitting in museums, and they get a lot of pictures done, taken, have a look about them, and obviously take this back to the designers, and they'll incorporate this into what they've got. So I'll end it there. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a bit long, sorry about that. I hope you're well, and until the next time guys, please take care. Please take care, sorry. And like and subscribe, share it out. Till then, have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye bye.